Hey, what's going on, guys? Indy here with Ultimate Tool Reviews. Check out Home Depot. Hopefully find some new deals. Let's go in and see what we can find. Oh no, Home Depot's doing a big mobile tool storage push right now. Looks like we got Husky, Ryobi, Rigid, DeWalt, and Milwaukee here. This is definitely new, kind of a little bit unexpected, I will say. People asked me about the Husky stuff. I really haven't heard too much about it, good or bad, really. But price point wise, I think it's pretty decent. The Ryobi Link stuff I thought was kind of dying out. Not really sure what's happening with that, but it seems like it's still there. Price point wise, it's very competitive to, believe it or not, Milwaukee Packout. It's like slightly cheaper than Milwaukee, but I don't think the quality is really there. I mean, this is kind of unusual. But yeah, I don't really know too much about it. If you guys have used it, let me know in the comments below. Rigid actually seems to be getting a lot of popularity. It seems to be a really good price point. The Gen 2.0 seems to be doing pretty well, and a lot of people are saying the quality of it is pretty decent, but it doesn't have that much, expansiveness, the tons of, different options like Packout does. DeWalt, I think, doesn't really know what they're doing. They keep changing this Tough System 2.0. They've got another system out. They got a lot of different stuff going on, and, they kind of can't really commit to one system. I think Milwaukee just did the best. They just kind of committed to one system right away, went with it, just ran with it for years now, and it's easily number one at this point. Not necessarily on price, but they got a lot of things going for it. It's what I've been running for years now, because it was kind of like one of the first systems out there, and I've always loved it kind of since. But are they offering any sales on this stuff right now? Not really. That's kind of the one confusing thing. There's no spend $300 in this, you get $20 off or anything like that. Nothing like that at all here. So it's just kind of they're pushing it. It's not really a sale right now, so that's kind of funny. Leftover stuff from Father's Day right now is all sitting here as well. More storage stuff over here too. I think they're kind of prepping for, like the holiday season a little bit with a lot of storage offerings here. We've of course got more DeWalt, Ryobi, outdoor power tools. This has kind of been here, for quite a while. Are there any deals? Not really. Let's see what else we can find. Ooh, do I see Diablo on sale a little bit here? I do. Check us out, $2 off Diablo stuff here. We got the spade bits. We've got the 7 1/4 inch and 6 1/2 inch blades, framing blades. That's not a bad deal for $10, $5 a blade basically. Whoa, we got the Milwaukee. What is this? M18 brushless. The fans are in here now, 18-inch fans, $250. A little expensive, I will say that. But of course, assuming it's a 5-year warranty on these things, right? Doesn't really say. I'll also look that up, see if it's a 5-year warranty. But it says made in the USA with global materials, of course. Plug-in or battery. We do have the Ryobi options as well too. All right, let's walk down the tool aisle, see what's going on here. I always love looking down here for any clearance deals, anything like that can pop up. We've seen a lot of stuff shuffle around. Of course, you're wondering, hey, that's not a lot of Milwaukee. That's because it's all right here now. Big Milwaukee push here. Surprised brands like DeWalt and Makita are not trying to jump on and getting more tools in here. Makita, you might find a little bit of XGT in some stores, some you might not. Kind of just depends what you're going to find here. Rigid, this is kind of also I've seen before here. Half off the 2 amp hour battery starter packs. And then of course we've got, what is this little sander down here? Oh, that's a 6-port charger. Down from 140 down to 70. And of course we got a circular saw there to 139. I don't think that's really on sale, but that's somewhat of a deal there. A little bit of Milwaukee over here. I don't see any deals. Let me double check behind me too if we got any clearance deals. I don't see any happening right now, but it's always cool to see the big Milwaukee stuff here. Lots of stuff they've got. They got the track saw here, miter saw, whole hog here, a lot of the good stuff here, which is sweet to see all the Milwaukee stuff actually on display, short of going down to say like a Milwaukee store, which there is one here in Orlando that I go to once in a while, and those are always fun to check out what's new there. Makita have been super stagnant. Very few tools released in the last year. LXT has been, a lot of people are saying it's kind of dead at this point. I wouldn't call it dead, but I would call it very stagnant right now because they really haven't released any new tools for the brand at all. They're kind of focused on XGT a little bit, but even then, XGT has been really slow rolling out tools right now. This is something you don't really see too much. These are called clean wood blades. They're called the pruning blades for short. Basically, these are designed to cut green wood or live wood. So basically anything that is, still on the tree, still of course growing, is what they're designed to do. Kind of like a chainsaw replacement, I would say. Kind of keep it a little bit more safer than a chainsaw when I use these things. And if you got a recip saw, you don't want to buy a chainsaw, buy a couple of these and you should be good to go. These will get the job done here pretty easily. Actually, not a bad price for these things. Usually about $5 a blaze. I usually pay for these things. But the 12 inches are $12, and then the 9 inches are basically $10 there. That's a 2-pack of each. Pretty sweet deal there. Not surprised to see this on sale here. This is the X-Lock grinders. Pretty, I will say, kind of mixed. I did a couple of reviews on these things. I'm not a huge fan of the X-Lock myself. It's cool for convenience, but it's not really cool because it's hard to find the X-Lock's blades. But they are about $100 off. It's 50% off there. Not a bad deal. They've got 2 here in stock still. If you need a grinder, if you're in Makita and you don't mind X-Lock, great deal right there. One that really doesn't get a lot of attention is these shop vacs. It seems like there's always really slow to roll out new ones, which, I mean, like, how much can you really improve a shop vac, right? Well, of course, Rigid kind of always has been the known, brand to go to for shop vacs. They've got a ton here. That's kind of always been the, the big one. Milwaukee, what's the rest? Milwaukee doesn't have like a plug-in shop vac. You think they would just make one because everyone would buy it, of course. Then you got a little bit of Ryobi here. Is there DeWalt? I don't see any DeWalt options unless it's down there a little bit. Let me check this out. This aisle's changed actually quite a bit. It's kind of evolved now into air compressors. Some DeWalt air compressors here, Rigid, Husky. And then we got some more of the pneumatic nailers down here, everything too, as well as lots of air hose options as well too. Let's see here if we got anything new from nailers. I know nothing's really changed too much. I know a couple brands have changed out to some new stuff here. Kind of a cool display that we got here now with lots of Ryobi stuff here. We've got, let's see here, actually pretty sweet deals on a lot of the stuff too. Not too expensive at all. Rigid, we got a lot of pneumatic stuff here. Let's see. Is there anything Makita here that is battery? That's the crazy thing with Makita. I can always find, like, why don't they have that here, But of course, DeWalt has their pneumatic and battery here. Of course, lots of good selection. I don't see any deals or anything. Milwaukee, again, I don't think Milwaukee has pneumatic, actually. They've only got battery. Yep, looks like only battery here. And of course, Rigid has both battery and pneumatic. And then Makita, man, there was like 4 options there. They have like nothing here. When it comes to nailers, you guys ask me, I would just say go Metabo HPT. That's kind of been my go-to for a lot of nailers. They're kind of super well known in the nailing community, really, when it comes to a lot of that stuff. And they do really well on a lot of the reviews. And also at a pretty good price point, man, excellent warranty as well too. And here's the Makita section. Is there anything new? Absolutely not. I don't know why I keep covering this section all the time. And there is never any changes to this. I think the last change of this thing was probably 3 or 4 years ago. Come on, Makita, make some changes. I'm doing a couple of videos here, prepping for a couple of videos here on trigger clamps or bar clamps. Right now, there is one brand actually pulling ahead quite a bit. It's not DeWalt, actually, but these do go on sale for about $30 on the holiday time. It's a 6-pack, man, almost $50. Jeez, DeWalt, getting pretty pricey there. But yeah, they got a good selection of DeWalt here, Bessie as well too, and they got these go up in price by $20. These are $100. These are basically it's a trigger clamp, but it's designed for lifting instead. So kind of cool what this thing can do here. And man, there are a couple brands that make these now, but man, $120 a piece. Jeez. It's getting a little pricey there. Well, all right, guys, I love that for you today. Looks like there's a lot of storage pushing right now. Not too surprising what they're doing at Home Depot. But is there any deals right now? Not really. So I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing any deals on this stuff. I walked in right now and I'm like kind of excited. I'm like, oh my God, there's gonna be some cool deals on some storage stuff. Unfortunately, there is not. But guys, thanks for watching. Take care, guys. Have a great day and stay safe out there.